TPT critique. We haven't done these in quite a while, actually, according to the past video after this ad. It's been 6 months, which I feel like, I mean, that's a pretty decent. I try not to do them more than every 3 months because I don't want it to be too often, but we're here with a new one, and today we are checking out the Teacher's Cottage. If you're wondering how I pick, I just go to the most recent of the TPT critique videos, and then I just pick someone out of the comments. I like to have a little bit of information, so if I can see kind of who it is, and I do try to go to different ones, and then I do look through and make sure I have something to talk about. You know, if I don't have anything to talk about, it's probably not the most useful use of our time. So we are here, and I am very excited to share a couple of things. There's some really good things, some things that could be tweaked. And as a reminder, anytime that I, give any type of critique, any suggestions, I'm always telling you, not necessarily like, it's not like, oh, this is, horrible and you need to change everything. It's more just, this is good, but it could be better. And we want to make it better because every time you make, something a little bit better in your store, all those little bit betters, all those 1% betters end up adding up. And that's how you, improve your business. I have things in my shop that I need to fix. I was looking at that this morning and making a list of things that I want to improve. So just these are some suggestions of things that could be improved, but again, never anything that's construed to be negative. So we're here at the Teacher's Cottage. First of all, I love the logo. It is so stinking cute. And secondly, I really like that actually this is a linkable graphic going towards what I'm assuming is a pretty big seller based on what I have looked at throughout the store. So far I've looked through and we've got 88 products, which is pretty good. That's, getting close to that 100 mark, which is always kind of where you want to be. There's not like a magic thing that happens at 100, but it's just nice to have. I like that there's custom categories. As I looked through, most of the things that I saw would fit into one of these categories, which is great because that means that you have a more specific niche because you have, these things that are really specific. Now, as we come through, I would love to see if this could be a little bit more clear. It's a little bit blurry. And then we have featured items. So what I'm going to tell you about these featured items is that they are all $3, and I don't love that for a couple reasons. One, it's nice to have a variety of price points because there are some people who come to your store who look for things that are inexpensive, and there are some people who come to your store who look for things that frankly are going to save them lots of time, aka are bundles and are more expensive. So number one is some people are looking for those bigger, like bundly kind of things. Number two, psychologically, I've been reading a lot about sales and business and all that kind of stuff, and if somebody, this is getting real deep into psychology, but basically if you come to a store and all of these products are $3, then anything they see that's going to be above $3, they're going to be like, oh, that's too expensive. But if they see like, $10, $15, $20 up here, then when they scroll down, they'll be like, oh, hey, but this one's only $3. Maybe I'll get that one. And then even if they're not buying the bundles, like it just psychologically works a little better. So I would, maybe leave some of them at $3, but maybe do 2 bundles or 3 bundles, but just have a variety of price points here. Now, we always talk a lot about covers because they are so stinking important. Y'all, if you get nothing else out of this, the covers are so important because the cover is the first thing that attracts someone to your store. Like when I'm looking at this, I'm not reading the titles, although the titles are good. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I'm looking at the covers. This is what I'm looking at, and that's what's telling me whether or not I should click on it. So as I look at this, they're all fine. I like that I can see what each one is, but the best one by far is definitely this one because the words are large. There are actual pictures or what looks like actual pictures. Now that I look at it more closely, I can tell it's a screenshot, but other people probably can't. But they're big enough to see, which is something I see a lot with screenshots, is people screenshot things and then they make them so tiny you can't see what it is. So I like that these are big enough that I can actually tell what they are. I know, kind of what I'm getting out of that. And I also like that she picked 3 different, I believe it's a she. Rachel. Yes. Okay. So I like that she picked 3 different cards. So you can see one of them has it written out in numbers, one of them has it written out in words, and one has it written out in the like base 10 blocks. And I like that because that at a quick glance, you're telling me, hey, look, there's all these different types of things included in this product. So even before I like get into it, I can already tell that that is a thing. So that would be kind of what I would want you to go with. Like most of them would be that one or this one, because again, it's big. I can see it. I can tell what it is. The words are big. They're easy to read. All those things are really great. This one over here, the words are really tiny. So like from here, I really can't read it, and I am wearing my glasses, but when I hover over it, I can see, but if someone's coming up and search against it, it's kind of hard to see those little words. So I wouldn't bother with all those little words. I would put those maybe on a thumbnail instead, would be my suggestion. Now looking through, I see the base 10 bingo is the #1 best-selling product, which we love because first off, cover looks great. The title is really simple and clear to the point. Base 10 bingo card set, place value game. Like those are all really good, different keywords. That's what I'm looking for. I am wondering if it would be helpful or harmful if you added a grade level in there, like place value game for first grade or something along those lines. It may or may not help. I don't know, but I find personally, since I teach elementary music, like I teach a lot of grades, and the people who buy my products also teach a lot of grades. So I find it helpful, and they also find it helpful when I put in their like kindergarten music lesson, things like that, and people look for kindergarten music lessons. So that might be something you want to try, but the titles do look really good. There was this one, I would take out this little slash, and maybe replace it with just like the word or something along those lines. I'm wondering if that slash is going to mess up your search capability, but Again, details, lots of little things. So we're going to check out this base 10 since it's the best-selling product. We have 37 reviews, which we love. Yeah, so I would maybe say like first, place value game for first grade and just see if that helps, or if it doesn't help, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But we can check it out. I like that you have the standards linked. If standards are applicable to your product, I would definitely always try to do that. Personally, I like that the price is simple. That's like a pet peeve of mine. I hate anything where like the price is an obnoxious number. So I like a nice round number. Here we have 2 thumbnails. I like these because they're very like simple and to the point. So I can see like exactly, I love that there's some text, but it's telling me exactly what it is. There's not too much text that it's overwhelming. I would definitely add a third one, because you just ought to have a third one, even if it's just a third something, just showing it a different way. Just having a third, you have the space, so you might as well. And I love that a lot of these products have videos as well. Okay, so the picture's not a mock-up. I don't know that we need the music, but if you like the music, go for it. So I like the video. It really helps to see it in real time. You could maybe add a little text over top of it, or what would be even more effective is adding a PDF preview here so that we could click on it, and then you could maybe go into more detail about like what numbers are included and different things like that. Coming down, looking at the description, I'm looking at keywords right now. So we have base 10 blocks, place value, number sense, game, and then you're giving some examples of how you could use it. Save money and buy the bundle includes the different things, standards listed here, and a link to more activities. So that's okay. I would maybe see if you could add more descriptions somewhere. So maybe like have a suggestion of different ways you could play it. Maybe think outside the box, but if it's your bestseller, then it's probably doing pretty well anyway. So we're doing that pretty well. So there's, a little in-depth. We like the videos. We love the product photography. Couple things. I downloaded the freebie, and so the freebie is this. I would still have a cover even though it's your freebie. And then when you open it, this is what it looks like. I would like to have a cover page. That's just a personal preference, so you can ignore me. But personally, I like to have a cover page. I feel like it's weird when you open it up and there isn't one. And I feel that even with my own, like if I open a slide deck and I didn't put a cover on it, like I feel weird about it. So just, personal thing. I do like that we have a link to your blog. We should definitely go check that out. And then oh my gosh, words are not wording today. Links to other people's store. There we go. We'll go with that. And then there's 2 different versions. So it's the same thing, but with different pictures. So a boy and a girl. It was freaking me out because if you go back and forth really quickly, like the words move a little bit. But that is not relevant to anyone but me. So this one is a freebie. I would still, even though it's a freebie, I would still maybe add a few more pages, especially since it's your core freebie. Your core freebie is a little more important than the other ones because it's, the very first one. And so you want to make sure that when people see it, it's a really good representation of your shop. And I can tell just from this guy that most of your products are probably a little more in depth, and so I would maybe add a few more options. So maybe one where it's like half writing and then there's a box to draw on the top. Like it could all be the same thing, but maybe just a couple different versions, or see if just something like that, or maybe like a half sheet version or something along those lines so that people can use them. And especially then you can market them as differentiated. If you're like, oh, well, here's one that has the sentence starters, and then maybe you have one that doesn't have the sentence starters. Maybe you have one that has more of the sentence included and they just fill in the blank. Those could be easy ways to make that just a little bit more attractive. And then again, the better your freebie is, the more people are like, oh, this is good. I should go buy more. You could also, by the way, link to some of your products, especially if you have something similar to this one. You could link to something similar and then be like, hey, you might also want to buy this because look how amazing this product is. Right? Right. We like it when people can buy more than one. You're welcome for downloading. But you have 527 downloads, so that's pretty good. Okay. So let's see. We looked through featured products. Talked about this one. I wanted to talk about this third one here. I didn't look at this one yet. Let's look at you too. So looking at the third one down, this is the telling time clock robot activity. This is so cute. I personally love it. I have no current use for it, but it's adorable. I would probably make this picture right side up. It's a little bit hard to look at this way because it's upside down, so it's just a little bit difficult. But I would just flip that over. You could probably even use that same picture, just rotate it so that it's right side up. I love that this is really big. If you wanted to add a little bit like something specific on it, you could, but you don't have to. This is pretty good. There's a video again. It also has that same music, but I love that we can see how to put that together. Like I would not have thought that there's like half of the paper that you stick underneath the clock. That was brilliant. Good job. And so like those things are really good and useful, especially for a craft. Crafts should always have a video because they're so hard to just imagine a craft. So anytime that you can, add a video if possible. And then now you have this video that you can put on Pinterest and you can put on Instagram, and like you have that available for marketing purposes as well. I also like, again, this time we have all 3 of the thumbnails and they have really specific things on them. Short. I like the short amount of text. There's not too much. I do like that you highlighted this picture because this is really cute and I would not have thought about it. And then I like this because I can really clearly see the clock part. I would maybe make the first one just like a what it is so that it's like, have fun with time with this clock robot activity or something like that. So it's just like the first one being kind of like the introduction. Think of your first thumbnail as your introduction to what this is and have that. And then again, I want that preview. I want to be able to see it bigger and all of those things. This one could definitely use a lot more in the description. So you have this. I would probably beef up this first part and then make this part its own paragraph, and then make sure that I would have the bullet points listing out like exactly what's included, because some people are going to read this and some people are not. And so the people who are not, you want to have those bullet points available for them as well. But this one's so cute. And then there's a bundle. Oh, that's a bundle I already clicked open. Okay. Let's view the bundle. See, you should don't use this one for your featured products because it's so close to the top. There's not really a reason. But, you use a $10 bundle for one of your featured products. Okay, let's see. Telling time to 5 minutes activity, craft, scoop, bingo, matching, and game. Y'all comment down below. What are your thoughts on putting bundle in the title? Because I just saw someone asking about this. I always put bundle in the title when it's a bundle because I feel like that's helpful information. But somebody else was like, oh no, you should never do that because they don't need that. And I was like, oh, I don't know. So let us know in the comments. What is your opinion? Should we add bundle to the title or not? I don't know. Or should we say like unit? I don't know. I was wondering, do we need something that specifies a little better that like this is multiple things, but you do have them listed out. So there's that. And then I love that you have all these cute little things. If I taught time, I would totally be like, I need all of these because they are freaking adorable. I just personally cannot handle adorable things. So here is that. And then we have a little more details about each of them. And I love that you said it includes worksheets and a Google slide version. That is so helpful to know. Yeah, super cute. I love that you simplified these so that we have, and they're big enough that I can see what they are, because that's what we want. We want to know exactly what it is. As I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, good. We have that. We have that. We have that. We have that. And that's really helpful. No audio. So we have, okay. If you have videos of the other ones, I would add that to this and make it like a longer video so that we could see all the different activities. I'm assuming since these are screenshots that you don't have those. And so here's my thought. Something is better than nothing. So I like that you have the video of at least the one product. It would be better if you had more, but of course it's fine. It's just ways that we could be better. So we like different ways to be better. Okay. This one, I love that you listed out what is included in this bundle, but I saw you had a better bundle description in a different one. Yeah, I still feel like this is pretty short. I feel like you could add some more, maybe talk about different grade levels using it, how you like to use them, what order you want to use them in, different things like that. I know it seems overkill, but this page, like I talk a lot, your cover is so important because it's the first thing people see, but this whole page is where you convince people to purchase. And so it's so important because if you don't convince them to purchase, they're not going to buy anything. So if you want people to buy something, you have to really beef it up. No, this wasn't it. Where was one of them? Had a really good description. This one. Okay. Base 10 bundle is where we're at now. So $7. Is this in your top? Oh my gosh. I love this cover. Use that one for all of them. I like this colorway better than this colorway. I see that it's Christmas or holiday. I would probably change that blue to white. I think that makes it a bit much. Oh, this one's cute too. Okay, so I'm assuming these are your newer covers, and they're great. This is great. Super cute. Love it. Adorable. I am a sucker for seasonal products. So like this with the little snow people, like I cannot handle the little turkey. Oh my gosh. Now I'm just distracted because I want all the things, but I don't teach any of these things. So that's not helpful. Okay. So all of that was so that I would maybe put this as one of your featured products, although it is linked here. This is the one that's linked here. I don't know. your choice. So base 10 bundle, I would switch this cover to one of those other covers because those were really rocking it and it was easier to look at. We have base 10 bingo. I have who has. I like that you have this consistency in the different things. So a lot of these are the same activities that you had in the telling time bundle, which is really helpful for buyers because they'll be like, oh, I liked the base 10 bundle. I'm going to go buy the telling time bundle and they have the same things in them. Great. We love that. But what I really liked was this part where each of the products is linked and then it has a description of that product. That is really great because then buyers can really see like exactly what they're getting, and that's lovely. Standards covered is also great. I would still maybe beef this part up a lot more. The more expensive your products are, the more important it is to really sell them. So I definitely in the past was like, oh, it's a bundle. They can just go look at the other ones. But I have come to realize that is not the way that we want to do them. Instead, you want to really like make sure that bundle part is deep so that we can see them. All right. Okay. So like this, it's just this. Don't waste your space like that. If you're gonna, like, I would probably use this as the preview and maybe switch the other one or the other way around. But don't waste your space. Like, you only, think of it this way. It's not more work to do. I only get 4 photos, a preview, and 1 video. And then a description. That is all you get to sell your products. Like, that is what you have. You don't have anything else. So don't waste them by doubling them up like that. I see a lot of clip art people doing that too. That drives me insane. When it's like their preview will be the same thing as their cover. And I'm like, that was not any extra information. Like, I feel very disappointed when I open that and I'm like, this is not more information. It's the same information. Like, I just saw that. Because because I don't know about y'all, maybe I'm the only one who does this, but I go here, 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 here. If there's a video, I watch that, and then I click on the preview. So if it's exactly the same thing as the cover, as the thumbnails are, like, that's not helpful. Now, again, no judgment. I have things in my store I need to work on too. I'm assuming based on the size that this is probably an older bundle, so that's kind of my guess. So totally understand if it's like, you just didn't know better. But now you know better. So yeah, I would definitely fix that, especially because you have it linked in here. It's like, it's the first thing you see when you're here. It goes with your best selling resource. So it should be selling pretty well. So I would fix that. Like, that would be high up on my list of things to do. Real quick. What are you? We already looked at you. Oh, this is the other one I want to see. Partially because if any of y'all need a money sorting and craft activity, it's almost St. Patrick's Day, and this is adorable. Again, I just can't handle the seasonal products. Like, it's so stinking cute. I just made a whole bunch of rhythm activities with like the cutest clip art. I made like a garden theme one, and I made one, it's like wetland animals, which is so random, but I needed alligators is what I personally needed. It was just so cute. So anyway, I really like this activity itself. It's really cute. I like that you have this. I would probably somewhere be like, maybe it's in the description before I say it. No, little thing, I wouldn't do 3 exclamation points in a row, but that might be a personal thing. So I would somewhere put that you can laminate this and use it as a centers activity, or you can print it and use it as a craft. Like, I would just, make those 2 options really obvious, because some people will love a craft, some people will love a centers activity. You can market it as both. And also, if you have a black and white version, yes, you do. I would make one of the pictures in black and white so that we can see that there's a black and white version, because, we can't see things. Don't waste your space. see, yeah, see, so I'm seeing these things and I'm getting here, but I don't see that there's a black and white version. So if I don't have color printer ink, I'm like, oh, I can't use that. So I would put in there somewhere that is black and white. And then this I would also, again, just beef up a little bit. So overall, I would say Teacher's Cottage, you're on to a great start. I love that you have 88 products. Love your custom categories. I love that you have this link to what I assume is probably a good, well-selling bundle. Love, 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 love some of your covers, which I assume are probably the newer ones. A lot of your products are just so stinking cute. I mean, I don't teach these things, but I would assume that they're very practical because they look very practical to me, but they're also really adorable, and I love that. So just, a couple little things, fix a couple of the covers, beef up some of the descriptions. I love that you have the video with the video preview with that craft activity and different things like that. Like, those things are really going to set your store apart. But hopefully I gave you a couple of different ideas that you can add to your store, and hopefully your store will then just get a little bit better, because if we can make your store a little bit better and, increase your conversion rate a little bit more, then that's going to help you make some more money and help more teachers too. So those are a couple things that I would definitely update. And yeah, so off to a great start. Love some of these products. And if any of y'all need a St. Patrick's Day money counting activity, it's so cute. So cute. I can't handle it. All right, I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching. If you want to be featured in the next one, leave a comment on this one. Don't do a link. I used to say leave a link, but YouTube thinks that you're spamming if you leave a link. So don't leave a link. Just tell me the name of your store and then a little bit of backstory about like when you started and maybe how many products you have and kind of your niche, and just any of that kind of stuff is really helpful. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.